All right. Hey, adjust the hat here. Um, as I had no video preview with the way I'm doing this right now. I did check a previous thing on Windows and did a little bit of test and didn't like the audio quality compared to this, which makes no sense because it's the exact same microphone it's using. But hey, it is what it is. Let's get into this. Eastern Conference playoff brackets. I kind of wanted to wait to do a video of the whole bracket like breakdown of both conferences. Um, but I also wanted to make a video a day, just whatever, hockey or not, just a thing. And it did dawn on me. I'm like, oh, well, the Western Conference is not going to be finalized till tonight. So, and the Eastern is, so I can do the Eastern Conference bracket prediction. Well, again, prediction feels like the wrong word for that because oh boy, who knows? Like yeah, we'll get into it. There's one first round matchup that did break my brain because I have no idea. I'm just guessing at this point, and we'll see. We'll get into that. All right. Um, I do this live, so I'm just trying again. I was testing things earlier to record, but the audio quality on playback did not sound great compared to this. No idea why that is, because it should be the same microphone, but whatever. Anyway, let's get into it. Trying to off camera do this so I can do it live. All right, here's our first couple matchups. We got the Battle of Florida and Boston Toronto. The Battle of Florida with Florida and Tampa Bay. I think it's gonna be very interesting. That may be a 7 game series. That I have a whole different separate notepad for the way I can look at the bracket. I had to think about this and take notes, and it took a lot. It took me again a little while here to really think about this. Like, what's maybe going to happen? But yeah, that first round, that first little matchup there, the Battle of Florida again, Florida Tampa Bay. That again, that's could be a 7 game series, maybe six. But my prediction still is that Tampa's going to win that matchup. So there we go. That's my call. And the next one, um, yeah, let's go. Just show, Boston Toronto. That's the matchup that broke my brain because I have no idea who's going to win that series. That may be another 7 game series. Again, it's in my notes looking at like all these matchups of the two of the four in the first round for the East. In my notes over here, I was like, oh, yeah, that might be 7 games, and this might be 7 games. Like, I don't really know. They're going to be very close. And yeah, Boston Toronto is the one that breaks my brain because that could go either way. But I'm going to say Toronto wins that matchup. So it may be close, maybe 7 games. So yeah, we're looking at, right here, potentially Tampa Bay, Montreal coming out of those four. Let's go to the other side of the bracket now. And we've got New York and Washington, which is interesting because had the Red Wings somehow managed the playoffs, that would have been their first round matchup against the Rangers. But they would have been coming. Let's not. I thought about this. I'm like, don't talk about the video because you could just go all over the place with speculation and what ifs, and it's done. The Wings drive the race. It's New York, Washington, and I think out of that, that will probably be a close series. I would say 5 or 6 games. That's in my notes. That no, no, no. I think the Rangers will win that one. So they'll advance over Washington. And then the next matchup would be Carolina and the Islanders. Just my little preview bracket here. Sorry. Oh, lighting angle is terrible. Oh, there we go. There we go. Yeah, okay. Carolina and the Islanders. A series that I'm honestly, of the Eastern Conference race, looking forward to the most because, and other people I know aren't, but I grew up in the 90s. I'm used to trap style, very defensive hockey where goals are the premium. So, yes, I'm looking forward to that series. I think it's really fun to It's not fun for everyone to watch. Really fun for me to watch. As a goaltender kind of guy. Clearly Oscar jersey, like goaltender. Um, yeah, that's gonna be fun. But my prediction, I think the Islanders will win that series. That may also, I think it's in my notes here. Hold on. No, actually, no, it wasn't that. Yeah, no, I thought my just still looking at my notes. I thought Florida and Tampa, the Battle of Florida, may be a 7 game series. I thought Boston Toronto may be a 7 game series. The other two, not so much. I think they'll be not decisive, but maybe 6 games. We'll see. There could be sweeps. It's the playoffs. You never know. But yeah, that is my current calls here. Is that yeah? Like I said to recap. Um, Yeah, Rangers versus Washington. I think the Rangers will win that series. Florida and Tampa Bay, the Battle of Florida. I think Tampa Bay comes out on top and very tight, probably 7 game series. And then again, Boston, Toronto just breaks everyone's brains because who knows? Flip a coin. Who knows? Like who's gonna win that one? I'll say Toronto because yeah, some guy in the first round. Good for them. I would support that, even though I do like Boston a lot too this year and previous year, in my whole life. Big Boston fan. Anyway, and then yeah, Carolina Islanders. That's gonna be again of all the Eastern first round series. That is the one I'm looking at the most. Like this is gonna be fun for me personally. Uh, I should probably point out now for this video, I chose to wear my old Vaughn. This is my old goalie warm up jersey. Back when I was a kid, this actually was what I wore on ice over padding. So it's obviously I've been playing goalie for a long time, but I just this is one of the jerseys I found. And like again a warm up practice jersey I had just for practice warm ups kind of thing. So gosh, it feels good for trying to predict the playoff bracket over here because it's so unpredictable. And then yes, this is a Wyandotte Bears, my local sport, my local high school football team. I think also hockey, maybe the Indians, or they were. They may have probably changed that name. I'm not really sure. Doesn't matter because the city of Wyandotte is named after Native American tribes. So calling the team the Wyandotte Indians, maybe not called the Indians, but something. It's the heritage is still there. Either way. But I felt this is appropriate. Like, hey, practice jersey and high school hat. Like, I'm just guessing. These are really not bracket picks as much as they are just we'll see. And this is what I'd like to happen. Most of my picks are what I'd like to see happen. We'll get into that as we go into the second round of things, which, based on my bracket picks, let me see, it would be, we'd be looking at a Battle of New York, Rangers and Islanders. Boy, that would be a fun series, wouldn't it? I think it will be if it happens, if I'm right. And you know what? I'm going to call to win that series. And this could be another long 6, 7 game series, or it could be a sweep. We'll see. I do have a lot of faith in the Islanders this year. I honestly, I don't know why, but I do. So yeah, my prediction on that call is that the Islanders will win that series. The Battle of New York in that next round will be to the Islanders' favor because Patrick Waugh. Don't underestimate Patrick Waugh ever. Anyway, on the other side of things, let me flip it over. Based on my picks, we would have Tampa Bay and Toronto. And that would be really fun. That's going to be, if it happens, a fun series to watch. But ultimately, I think Tampa Bay might come out on top of that. I think they've got a little bit more depth than Toronto has. Again, in a 7 game series. We're talking about 1-on-1 regular season game. Yeah, but in a playoff series, I think Tampa Bay's got the advantage there for sure. Sorry, Toronto. At least you get past the first round this year. It's better than nothing. Um, so yes, that sets up this in my call a Tampa Bay Islanders Eastern Conference final matchup. And wow, that would be a that would be a very, very great thing to see if it happens. Yeah, these are I wouldn't call them predictions, I'm just guessing. And again, narratively would be let's say happen. And yeah, we get Tampa Bay and Islanders, that would be great. Because they're not exactly the two wild card teams, but kind of two wild card teams too. The Islanders were technically a divisional thing, so but still, that would be a great series, I think, to see. If the Islanders can shut down that offense, and because Kucherov just entered elite territory, I think the next not tomorrow's video will probably be at the Western Conference bracket stuff, but after that and that day break for the playoffs, I made you think about just all the milestones this year, which were kind of ridiculous. Kucherov hit 100 assists, which puts him in very elite company with Gretzky, Orr, and Lemieux. That's literally that's the list. It's those three, and then him, and then I think McDavid's really close to getting there too. It's impressive. Um, anyway, I'm getting off track. Anyway, those are the brackets for the East, and my just going, maybe this will happen. We'll see if I'm right. And hey, what's funny? Since I didn't do the whole bracket pick at the same time, I don't have to call like, oh, here's who's gonna win from the East, and here's win from the West, and this will be your Stanley Cup. I don't have to call the cup yet, so yeah, I get to get off that technicality. Just predicting the Eastern Conference, which yeah, again, it's looking at the whole bracket and picture here. It's these are my picks. But man, again, that Boston Toronto series, that thing when I looked at it really broke my brain because I don't know who's gonna win out of that. That could really go either way. Honestly, all of these series, even the first round, I could be totally wrong. But hey, this would be fun. That's what I kind of like. I make my picks not based on like stats or numbers or whatever. I just what would be really fun to see happen and how it plays out. And I think this would be fun. We have again, we already have two Florida teams playing each other in the first round. And I think it'd be fun if things advance and we have the Rangers and Islanders playing each other in the second round. Battle of New York kind of thing. Just makes for exciting hockey, kind of ups the stakes, I think, for both teams. So that'd be fun. Anyway, those are my Eastern Conference picks. I'll be back tomorrow after tonight settles, should settle the Western Conference matchups, and then I can do that bracket and then not predict who's gonna win the finals. Because again, my Eastern pick right now is the Islanders. We'll see how that plays out. Probably not well. But again, do not underestimate Patrick Waugh. You're making a mistake to underestimate Patrick Waugh. I've been through this as a Wings fan. I know. So don't underestimate Patrick Waugh. He might do a whole thing this year. I would not shock me that much. Well, it would. It would shock me if I was right on my ridiculous predictions. So we'll see. Anyway, yeah, I'll be back tomorrow. We'll do the Western Conference. The Western Conference should be, I think, if that, yeah, should be solid tomorrow matchup. So, yeah, tomorrow I will do the Western Conference bracket, and we'll see what I predict for those finals against the Islanders, which is still sounds weird to say looking at all the teams on the sheet, but yeah, I think it's going to be that kind of year. Just just feeling in my hockey heart. Like it's gonna be a weird year. Can't really call anything. So maybe we'll see the Islanders going to run, get their fifth Stanley Cup for their franchise. Who knows? Is that my prediction? I don't know because I don't know the Western matchups yet. I gotta look at how that might play out and who the Islanders may face in the finals. If I'm even partially right on this one. Um, but if I'm wrong, I wouldn't be surprised if Toronto got there too. Honestly, looking at all the teams in the race in the East, if I'm wrong in the on the my bracket picks and it's not the Islanders to the finals, it might be Toronto, which I have mixed feelings about because yes, Shanahan's there so as a Wings fan. I'm like, yay, go run front office, Shanahan, run the team. But I can't really support how that team's built and structured, salary cap wise, because they're paying their top four players more than basically like very close to like what the league cap minimum is. It's a ridiculous percentage. And I don't know and I like Matthews a lot. I really do. Like, as a player individually, he's from the US, he's from Arizona. Without the expansion that happened with hockey in the US and States, we don't have an Austin Matthews. So I got to look at the history of sport. Like, he's kind of important. He almost scored 70 goals this year. He just fell a tiny bit short. Got his last one, his 69th against Detroit, which was nice. But yeah, he failed to score 70, but he's close enough. We haven't seen 70 goals since the early 90s, and that was mostly a carryover from the 80s, style wise, with the way the league played. That's why the last time there was 70 goal scorer was the 91, 92 or something like that. And yeah, Matthews just fell a goal short, but the effort is down. I'll give him that much. That's why, again, I'll look at that Boston Toronto matchup on paper. I'm like, oof. Of all the, at least in the Eastern Conference, of all the games, I don't feel confident calling. It's that one. That is the biggest, I think. Biggest kind of it's could go either way. Is Boston Toronto in the first round, and that could shape the whole different picture and how that plays out from my predictions. But we'll see. We'll see how right I am, and I will follow up on this obviously because it'll be fun. I think I'll be back tomorrow, do the Western Conference side of things, and then I've got other plans. I want to do these daily. That's why I'm like, well, need to make a video today, talk about something. I guess I could talk the Eastern Conference is set, so I can go over that bracket and that half. I want to do the whole thing at once, but probably it's better I keep it more concise for now. Um, so there's not a whole lot else to talk about because again, um whole Red Wings like season breakdown. That's going to be that's a whole project that's going to take a little bit of research. I got to do some extra work behind the scenes to get that one um proper. I need more space 'cause that one probably does need a whiteboard just to visualize, like visually show, like, well, there's this stretch where we did this, and like to actually break it down properly. I think is going to require more space, different sets. So, but hey, it pushes me to get that done sooner. Hopefully, I will. Um, so anyway, I guess that's it for now. Yes, I think we're done. There's my Eastern Conference bracket pick. It's super ridiculous because yeah, I had the Islanders going to the finals, which even as I say it doesn't even sound right, but I'd love to be right or wrong about this. I don't the East is really hard to predict. Maybe more so than the West. We'll see when we get that tomorrow. Uh, but yeah, that'd be a great story, wouldn't it? So we'll see. Anyway, I will see y'all tomorrow. And we'll talk about the Western Conference bracket and how that's gonna look and kind of again, I can't even say guesses or predictions, just whimsy of maybe. That's all this is. Because hockey playoffs this year are ridiculously unpredictable, which is great for the sport and everyone watching it. So cheers to all of us that enjoy hockey.